Hi, this is Noah Cates, U.S. Olympian and member of the Philadelphia Flyers, and you're watching Father-Daughter Talk Flyers on YouTube.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 157.
Oh, did I tell you a story about how my grit teacher played our podcast in the middle of class?
No.
Oh! So that was very fun times. Right, so we were in grit, right?
Okay, what is grit? I'm
Okay,
old. We didn't have this
Grit's
classes.
like study hall.
Okay.
It's basically study hall. It's grit.
Okay.
No one likes grit. It's basically study hall, but you don't get to do what you want. It's assigned.
Well, it seems like no fun whatsoever. So, okay.
Thank you.
So, teacher played your podcast, and how did it go?
He said we need mics. So,
We have a mic.
yeah, but we need, like, mics that are, like, with us.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, constructive criticism and feedback is good.
Yeah. So, I think, honestly, I think that's reasonable, too.
Okay. All right, so please, if anybody is having trouble hearing us, please put it in the comments, let us know, and we'll look into doing that.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's cool. Okay. I appreciate feedback. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, we're trying to get better at this. So Cheyenne, not fully committed yet because she has one more school visit to go, but it looks like she's going to go to our local high school for the social media program,
Yeah!
which is part of why we started this in the first place. So you've got a lot of practice, which is great.
Yes.
So yeah, one more high school visit, but it looks like that's the way you're going to go, which is awesome.
Yes.
So yeah, you've got plenty of practice and plenty of help, which is great.
It also really helped. They have a really good dance program, too.
Yes, and field hockey, and you can continue to play field hockey. So yeah, it's a perfect fit for her. So that's cool. So guess what today is? Guess what today is?
Christmas?
Kind of.
No, this isn't your Christmas. We
Oh no, the training camp's my Christmas.
That's your Christmas.
Yeah. But this is the first day of the season.
This is like New Year's Eve and Mom makes all the food.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what this is.
We like to eat. That is, and we'll probably, we'll be getting special food and stuff for tonight too. So.
Like Chipotle.
Yeah, it's like Chipotle, just like the hockey players eat.
I love Chipotle.
I know you do. You're you're natural born player. That's what the hockey players love too. Obviously the guys. So yes.
Continue to the point.
Start of the season. Out. Unfortunately, they were doing the West Coast trip, so I'm probably have to power nap before the game.
Yes.
But at least it's a Friday and Saturday, which is great. So, like we do every year, since we just had our 30-year anniversary, which is pretty cool. So for year 2 and 3, we did this. We're going to try to go through and make some predictions.
Yes.
Some of the awards that the Flyers give out at the end of the year. Hey, each of us had a pretty good record last year. We nailed a few things.
Yeah.
I did predict, in full transparency, that they would make the playoffs. I did say it would be close, and it would depend on goaltending. I still think if Carter played the whole season, they would have made the playoffs.
They would have.
They missed by, I think it was 4 points finally. So...
Miss Carter.
Which I did say it was, depending on goaltending. I think, so my overall prediction is it's still hugely depending on goaltending. I have a lot of faith in Sam Ersson. The last 2 years I've watched him wear down with the Flyers and then the Phantoms. So my hope is we have a solid backup. I'm not sold on Fedotov, but I'm certainly wide open. I'm not going to judge him on the few games last year. If he's not a competent backup, I really like Kolosov.
Mm-hmm.
So my prediction is Kolosov overly takes it, but I hope Fedotov runs with it. You know me, they're orange and black. I'm rooting for him, but we gotta figure it out because those points are going to matter, and I think they're going to be in the same situation as last year. Certainly knocking on the door all season. Comes down to the end, and we'll just see what happens. I think that's fair. I think with New Jersey will be better. I don't think you can predict they're just going to make the playoffs. I think that's too over hopeful.
Yeah.
Does it make sense? You kind of agree? It's kind of the same as last year?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, I think if they get in, they can certainly do damage.
Oh, yeah, no. I have faith in them, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. So we agree there.
Mm-hmm.
So now, let's take a look at the kind of awards. So the first one is the Bobby Clark MVP Award. I'm going to go with TK.
Mm-hmm.
I certainly hope Tippett scores a ton. You know what I mean? But I think it's kind of safe to say that TK will probably be the leading scorer on the team. Mitchkov obviously is a super talent, but as a rookie, that's a lot to put on him.
Yeah. For our younger viewers, explain what each of these awards are.
Yeah, so the Bobby Clark MVP is obvious. It's named after Bobby Clark, who's probably the greatest Flyer in history, so they named the MVP after him. So it's just the most valuable player on the team, based on their year performance, and obviously healthy all year and all. So I do think TK, is probably the safest bet and also most likely to win it again. I mean, heck, I hope Coots has a great season. He's healthy. I hope, hope a lot of things, but I think TK's the safest bet. You had a sort of, not bad, but outside of the box. People would go first. Who did you think?
I said Forrester. Just going back on, what I saw in camp, I really have faith in him. And, last season, I know he wasn't 110%, but honestly, I don't know. I have an idea on him.
I have
this feeling.
I've always been a fan. I do think he's going to be. I think he had a fantastic second half of the year last year.
Yeah.
He always played good defensively. Just took him a little bit to find his scoring touch.
Yeah.
I think he ended up with 20 goals, which still.
But
for
I think like now
full
that
year.
he like got into his groove, I think this year now he's gonna like shine through and he's gonna be just like
That's awesome.
Mwah.
If
what I
Forster's the MVP of this team, we're in the playoffs. So
Oh,
and
yeah.
and I don't think it's bad. I think Forster plays a solid, sound defensive game. Remember, we've talked to Lappy about him.
yeah.
And then I think he can score. I think Tyson Forster can be a 30-goal scorer in this league and still play good defense. So
Yeah.
if he does that, it's certainly going to put him in the conversation. So I don't. It's not certainly not a bad choice whatsoever.
Yeah.
I was very proud of when you said it. Solid reasoning, and it could happen.
That was my idea.
So the next one is the Barry Ashby Trophy, which is named after. So in the 70s, the Flyers had a defenseman named Barry Ashby. He fortunately passed away, I believe, leukemia, very young. So they named their best defenseman trophy after him.
Yeah.
To me, I'm going with Sanheim again. He won it last year.
Mm-hmm.
Him and York are going to be the top pair of minutes, which I actually like. So to begin the season, York and Sanheim aren't on the power play.
Mm-hmm.
They're giving it to Drysdale and Zamula. Now, Drysdale, I think, is a number one power play QB. Zamula did a good job getting the puck to the net. I kind of like it, too, because Sanheim and York can get a little rest. I think they both can run a power play, but they played a lot of minutes last year.
Yeah.
And they clearly were worn down by the end of the season, too, which
Yeah.
helped them fall off. So my Barry Ashby Award winner is Sanheim, and I do like the fact that they're off the power play to start. Yours?
I said York.
Okay. Yeah.
There was no like real reason. Like I don't know. He was just one of the first dudes that came to my mind. And I was like, yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah, they're the top pair, so odds are it's probably going to be one or the other
Yeah.
of them.
I was like 50-50 choice. Dad went Sanheim, and I was like, you know, I have faith in York, so I was like, I'll go on the other side of the 50-50.
Yeah, I think that's a very solid choice.
Yeah.
So the next one we wanted to talk about was the Gene Hart Memorial Trophy winner.
Yes.
This one's particularly important to us because the fan club votes on it.
Yes.
Obviously, it's named of Gene Hart, who was the longtime broadcaster. Also, his daughter Lauren Hart is involved with it as well. We usually make a donation and Lauren matches, so it's fantastic. If you haven't joined the fan club yet, now's the time. Very shortly, I'll be announcing the 2 dates. No top secret yet. No speaking. So we are definitely going to have.
I know nothing. I'm
Yes.
innocent.
So yeah, I'm sorry I can't share quite yet. I'm waiting for concrete, but the first 3 fan club meetings are going to be very exciting. I can promise you that. October, November, and December. I just have to wait for a little bit of final approval, so probably by our next episode next week. But if you haven't joined yet, it's flyersfanclub.org. Please take a look at that. We're taping our episode, so flyersfanclub.org. Please join. Like I said, the first 3 meetings are going to be good. I'll share details on them shortly and on our Twitter. So that's cool. And so the Gene Hart Trophy is voted on by the fan club. It's the player with the most heart. So it's not necessarily like the leading scorer or whatever. Like, Nick Seeler gets votes because he blocks all those shots, things like that.
Me and Dad actually both agreed on this one.
Yes. The last year's winner was Sam Emerson, the goalie.
Yes.
I would have to agree. I think it's going to be Sam again.
Yeah, so do I. I love Sam as a person.
Yes. Fantastic
Genuinely
person.
just a sweet dude.
Yes, really is. And a heck of a goalie. And
That
I think
was the goalie.
I think he's taking over as the number 1 this year, entering the thing. I think he's had a fantastic preseason. I just think he's going to be, and I think he's just everything you kind of want. He battles through, even at the end when you could see he was getting a little overused, you could see he just clearly went out there and battled. And I think that's sort of what as the fans we appreciate. So I could certainly, obviously there'll be a good amount of people that could deserve it, but I think we both agree Sam was probably going to be the winner for that. The next one is the Pelle Lindbergh Most Improved. Mm-hmm. So Pelle Lindbergh obviously was my favorite goalie growing up. He died tragically in the car accident when I was, I think, 11. Mm-hmm. But that's what they named as the most improved player. Last year, I think it was York. I forgot to look, but I believe it was York. So do you have a choice for most improved this year? Who do you think?
I say Drysdale.
I agree. So I think it could easily be Forster as well.
Yes.
I do think that is. No. I think if I had to make a second choice, it would be Forster.
I agree.
But I think Drysdale. I think he's healthy. I do think he didn't have the shining star of a preseason, but I do think he's going to find a groove. I think he's going to be very good on the power play. I like that he's paired with Seeler once Seeler is healthy. He's a little banged up. He's going to miss the opener, but they're expecting him to be day-to-day. I have a lot of faith in Jamie Drysdale being a star here. I do think it's going to take a little time. I like Bradshaw, our defensive coach that works in our torts. I think, he took Risto from being, frankly, a mess in Buffalo to a very solid defenseman. Never worth the money, but solid defenseman. He plays good, and that's what matters. So you don't see the paycheck on the ice, you see the work ethic. And Risto has improved, I got to be honest. So I think Bradshaw will do wonders with Drysdale. That skating ability you can't teach. So I agree with you. Jamie Drysdale for most improved. Yannick Dupree is the Class Guy Award. It's usually for the media. Who did you think for that? Everson again. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good interviews, honest guy, very forthright. I went with Garnet Hathaway.
Yeah.
A wily veteran, been around a long time. Really tells it like it is.
Yeah.
No sugarcoating. So I think maybe Hathaway for that this year. Mm-hmm. And the last one's kind of a new one. It's the Flyers Alumni Community Leadership Award. Yeah. I think we were in agreement on this one.
Lawton.
Yeah. Gotta love Scott Lawton. No matter how you feel about him on the ice, off the ice, Scott Lawton is a true Flyer. He gets it. He's great in the community, does a lot of charity work, speaks up for, just great. Lawton, I think all the Flyers do a lot of charity work, but Lawton is really out there in the forefront and as a leader in that. So,
yes.
Okay.
That was all of them.
So that's the trophy awards. Now I have a question. What player are you most excited to watch this year?
Oh, Forrester for me, because, that's what I said for the MVP award.
Yeah,
so,
I've been champion Forrester for 2 years. I am really a big fan of this kid's game. I bought the OHL package just to watch him as a Colt, Barry Colt. I really like him. I think he's going to be a solid player. Good defense. Once he finds his groove, I think he can really score.
Oh, look at us matching with our jerseys today.
Yeah, I got the original black. Yours is the next generation. But Jeff Carter, and I think I got Rusty Fedotenko, I believe. I forgot which one. Yeah, 26. So that's who that is.
I didn't know what jerseys to wear today, and I was like, yeah, this one.
Forster's a great choice. I'm excited to see Drysdale, and I think the obvious answer that we just avoided was Michkov. Yeah. If you're not excited by Michkov, you are way too young to remember the Lindros era. You met him.
Yeah.
But you're way too young to remember Lindros, Leclerc, and Renberg. I have never seen this fan base as excited since maybe then, and then, of course, the 70s. Even in the 80s, like there's not one player. Everybody loved Prop and Kerr, but there's not one player that has this fan base as unified and excited as watching Michkov play.
Yeah.
And it's exciting. You and I, we've been doing this during the down years, the on and off years. It's nice. It's really great to see the fan base this excited. Yeah. So I just enjoy the season.
Oh, yeah.
And also remember, they're still rebuilding. They're not there yet.
Yes.
They've got a lot of dead cap on the year, so contracts to pay to Atkinson and Hayes and money that isn't being used for current players. That all comes off this year.
Yeah.
So enjoy this year for what it is, just like you kind of did last year. Be happy the effort's there. They're winning more games than you kind of expected them to do. Obviously watching Michkov and hopefully Jetlachenko. So it's been even more exciting this year than it was last year, and that's a build. That's what it is. It was effort but losing. Better with more skill, now better with more skill, and I think next year they take a step and maybe buy a free agent or trade some of the picks that they have or package, but I'm excited for the year. I think it's going to be fun. Ooh, guppy. Bubble guppies? Didn't you outgrow that?
I love bubble guppies. They stopped that show.
Oh, no.
They stopped it.
Well, you outgrow it. Although you do watch Bluey.
I'm literally being bingo for Halloween.
I know.
I'm so excited. I love it.
We will do a Halloween episode like we always do. I may have to break out the Scott Hartnell hair or something. We'll find out.
The big red afro.
Orange. Yes, the big orangey red afro. All right. Well,
something.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We really hope you enjoy the season. If you have any questions, if you want to put what you think might be trophy winners in the comments, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
If you want to comment about the fan club, that's great, or anything. We love hearing from you. Also, the mic thing she mentioned, we'll try to get, because we have the one on the stand, maybe we'll try to get little personal ones that clip or something.
Yeah, because we have had this for 3 years, and it's been good for these 3 years.
We have. The show's been fun to do, and we really appreciate the fan support. So it's been our 3-year anniversary was last week. Maybe we'll invest in a little bit more.
Yeah, look at that.
Especially once you get to the media department next year would be cool. So, all right. Well, we really appreciate all the support, all the new likes we've gotten, all the new follows we've gotten. And
I'm going to go get Chipotle.
I'm going to take her to go get Chipotle, and then I'm going to take a nap, and then we're going to watch the Flyers game. Say goodbye to everybody.
Bye.